welcome to Lift class. Today you're going to need a variety of weights. I have 8s, 12s, 15s, and 17.5s. We're doing one lower body exercise, one upper body exercise, and they're 30 seconds back to back. We'll take 10 seconds to reset ourselves into the 2 moves over. So we're repeating everything 3 times through, okay? And then let me tell you what we've got going on. You're going to have suitcase squats. It's a double pulse squat. We have shoulder presses. Those are your first 2. So get those 2 weights out for sure, right in front of you, ready to go, right after our warm-up, okay? And then we're going to do reverse lunges. We're doing biceps, deadlifts, bent over flies, side lunge sways. You can do that with or without a weight. Bent over tricep extensions. Then we're going to come onto the ground and we're going to do a rotating chest press. We have a bridge, and then we have crunches and leg drops and stuff like that. We've got core that you won't need weights for, but squats, shoulders, lunges, biceps, deadlifts, flies, side lunges, and bent over triceps and chest presses are what you're going to need those weights for, okay? So that's why I have 8s, 12s, 15s, 17.5s. I encourage you to go even up to 20s if you have them on things like your squats, your lunges, deadlifts. I probably can grab mine now too, and the chest press too. That's another one you go a little bit heavier. Today's word is I am authentic. I live my truth and my genuine nature is valued. So be truthful with yourself today. Can you lift heavier? I know you can. So that's what I'm going to encourage you to do. Last day of the month, push yourselves hard. If you have a mat, put that off to the side. We'll be needing that in a little bit. So play some music so you don't have to listen to my ankles crack, and it'll distract you a little bit. Let's get moving. Let's get going. Remember, at any point, if you need to switch out your weights and I'm moving too quickly, just hit pause, come back. If you need to go bathroom, hit pause, come back, but make sure you come back, don't leave me, okay? Start your watches, water, sweat towel. I'm gonna grab those 20s right now, because I know I wanna use them. I changed my mind, I wanna use them. And here we go, we're gonna be off and ready to go. I'm gonna put these actually right in front of me so I can grab them for the squats, and then I'm gonna do 17.5 for my shoulder press today, because it's quite a few reps. And we'll see where we're at from there. Remember, you start with a weight, you can always switch them out, either in the middle of the 30 seconds or finish that set and then switch them out the next time through, okay? Let's start with our warm-up. Squat to your toes. Toes are forward, bottoms go back, chest is up. Remember to start your watches if you haven't yet. Squat down and back with your butt, rise up, heels to your toes. Think heel, toe. Rolling through your ankle, warming up hips, knees, and ankles. There goes my ankle crack. Told you. All right, so circle your arms back, come to center, chest open. Big reach, come center, open. We've got shoulders, chest, and shoulder blades all right here. Try to get full range of motion that you can. And then let's come to a reverse lunge. Hold your balance. Twist towards the side your front leg is. Twist. I want you to turn your chest towards your side wall. Find your balance first. Hold yourself center. Open your feet up nice and wide, toes forward. Shift to one side, come up, other side. You're going to see this come up. This is our side lunge sway. We're going to do it in a little bit, and I'll tell you to grab a weight. Okay? If for some reason you're not going to grab a weight, that's okay too, but I need you to squeeze once we get there. Right now, this is just for warm-up purposes. We're just sliding our butt back side to side, opening up hips, working through our legs, warming it up a bit. Take yourself, walk to plank. Take one leg forward, open up, twist, switch sides. Keep switching at your own pace until you hear the timer beep. Nice big chest open, twist through your spine, opening up your hip. you need to even out your sides, if you're okay with it, just step right back on up. Let's talk about our first moves. Like I said, I told you them, but we're gonna do it. Just go over them really quick. 2 weights by your side. Feet a little wider than hip width. Double, down, drive up. So when I say drive up, let's talk about that real quick, because I want to make sure we have good form on this, otherwise why are we doing it? Butt back, chest up, push your heels in the ground. You're going to push your heels through your calves, through your legs, through your butt, squeeze all the way up. It's almost as if there's something really heavy, which hopefully is your weights, and you have to push them to the ceiling, push them to stand, double, down, squeeze. I want you to exaggerate and really contract there so you're working your muscles, okay? Then we're headed into shoulder press. We're gonna be turned out, weights facing me, if you're looking at the TV. And we keep our shoulders, our elbows just below the shoulders. I don't want you to come way, way down here, and I don't want you to stop right about here. We're just coming down, dipping down just a little bit. It should be like a natural press, okay? Tops of our shoulders. All right, in 7 seconds we begin. So grab your weights for your squat. We're gonna go double down. Remember, feet a little bit wider than hip width, toes forward. Double, down, squeeze up. I'm gonna come a little more narrow. Double, down, squeeze up. So adjust your feet as needed. It's hip width or wider. I don't want you to go any more narrow than that. Double, down, push. Heels in the ground, chest up. Double, squeeze. Double, use your booty, use your calves, use your thighs. Last one. Either stay with those weights or switch them out. You've got shoulder press. So weights come up, kickstand if you need to, otherwise slight bend in your knee. Tuck your tailbone under, pressing overhead. Weights become parallel, arms parallel to your ears. Coming down, coming up. Using the tops of your shoulder to press. All the way, come down, control it. All the way, control it. All the way, control it, time. That was set one. We just learned the move. Now we're gonna improve it. So think about your form. Use the same weight to change them out. Double squat, let's go. Pulse, squeeze up. I want you to check yourself right now. Is your chest and chin up? If you're bent in half and your chest is leaning to the ground and you just take your butt back more, are your knees behind your toes? Ideally, you want your knees right over your laces, okay? Butt goes back, last one here. Switch out your weights if you're switching them for shoulder press. Slight bend in your knees, tuck your tailbone under, engage your core. This is all controlled right here. Straight up, straight up. More seconds. They're getting heavy now. Last one. Bring them down gently. Squat, lower your weight. Curtsy down, okay? Use your legs lower. We're going back one more set, last set. So pick your weights. Best set yet. Let's burn out the legs here. Double, squeeze. Push your butt back. Drive through your legs. At the top, I want you squeezing your butt, your hamstrings and your quads all together, and your calves. Muscle contractions. Let your legs do all of the work. Belly button's drawn in, core is activated. Last one. Switch out your weights if you need to. I'm going a little bit lighter last set so I can get all the reps done. If you need to kickstand, tuck your tailbone under. Ten more seconds. Push, push, push. Do one more. Time. All right, we're going, same thing. Lunge, pulse, step in. Lunge, pulse, step in. So same pattern. And then we're going into wide curl, come front, lower. Wide curl, come front, lower. So it's like a circular motion. Come out wide, W, come front, lower down, okay? So reverse lunges, pulsing. and then your curls. Put a couple weights out here. Make sure when you're doing your lunges, you have space behind you. You guys, I just gave you extra time to set yourselves up. But we're gonna start. Ready? With your lunges, set, go. So lunge, pulse, pulse, stand. Switch legs. Lunge, stand. Lunge, stand. On your lunge, pushing your heel, balance on your back foot. Shoulders over your hips. Again, if you find your chest leaning forward, I need you to lift the crown of your head to the ceiling. One more. Stick with those weights or switch them out. Wide curl, so come out wide, come center, lower. This can be slow and controlled. Curl wide, come center, control the lower. Almost like a circular motion with your biceps. All right, hands are kind of making circles, biceps doing the work. One more. And pause for 10. Let's do it again. Have your weights ready to go. We learned it. Let's improve it and go. Double down, stand. Double stand, push into your front heel. Toes are forward. Shoulders stacked over your hips. Try not to let your weights swing around too much. One more. Find your balance. Do your curls. Wide, center, lower. Wide, center, lower. The thing that stays pinned in the whole time are your elbows. You should have 0 air in your armpits right now, okay? Elbows pinned in. Control. I guess you get a little extra bicep, or sorry, go ahead and stop. There's a little bit of shoulder rotation, mobility tied into this. One more set. Reverse lunges, set, and go. Your breathing should be up right now, okay? Which means, if you're like, just a little bit, I need you to get a little deeper in your lunge. Maybe go a little heavier with your weights. Okay. One more on each side. Last one. And grab your bicep weights. Curl, come center. Lower, here's your time to breathe. Finish up 10 seconds here, then we're going into deadlifts, bend over fly. So while we're finishing, I'm not gonna take that big break again. We're going into deadlifts, and then after we do deadlifts, we're doing bend over fly, okay? So have your weights ready to go. Deadlift first, 2 feet on the ground, right underneath your hips. Fold forward like you're looking over the ledge. Come back up, use your butt and your hamstrings to pull you up. Long spine, long neck. Look 5 inches in front of you. And come up and squeeze your butt. If you're feeling it in your lower back, chances are you're curved. So you got your chest, shoulder blades together. One more. Switch out your weights. Then we got bent over fly. Yes, I know I went bent over movement to bent over movement. You'll live, I promise. Okay, but if for some reason you're like, my back's killing me, do a 1-arm fly supported on a couch or chair, and then alternate arms each set that we go. And then in the third set, you'll just do half and half. You're gonna have to just figure it out. About 6 reps and 6 reps. Otherwise, stay bent over, squeeze your blades together, fly, fly, little birdie, and time. Whew. So have your weights that you're using right there. So you're set, you can change it really quick. Breathe, and we're going back to deadlift. Toes forward, tailbone back. I want you to think about pushing your full foot in the floor here, okay? And then squeeze your butt. Chest out. Eye gaze ahead of you. Stop looking at your toes and your knees. Think about bend and snap, bend and snap, squeeze. Last one. Change out your weights. Bend over, fly. Bend in your knees, feet underneath your hips. Squeeze the blades. Squeeze the blades. I want you to think about squeezing your mid back. If at any point you need to drop your weights, you're flying squeeze. You're flying squeeze. Okay? We can do this. We can do this. Posture muscle right here, long spine. Stick your chest out. 3, 2, breathe. Whew. We have one more standing set after this one. We'll be up that deadlifts, last set of deadlifts. Go. Work on your really good form right now. And if you're feeling any lower back pain, release the weights. Do it no weights. Another option is to come just below your knee. Sometimes you're going too far down and you start engaging your back versus your hamstrings and your glutes. There is a point where it's too far of a stretch, okay? Time. Here we go. Back to flies. For your back. Squeeze. Squeeze. So if you decided to do one arm, supported on a bench or chair, your halfway point is now. Switch. Hopefully you're doing two. Squeeze. Squeeze, it's burning. 5 more seconds. 1 more rep. Awesome. Okay, I'm dripping sweat already. Side lunge sway. I'm gonna ask you to take one weight in your hands. Get a wide stance. We're going side, switch in the center, side. And when you get a little more fluid, you switch it real smoothly right there in the middle. All right, and like for me right now, these actually hurt my back more than anything. I don't know why. But my lower back after the deadlifts, the bend over fly, I can feel it. Just squeezing, getting some tension. I'm gonna lose my weight and push through my legs. And that's okay to do that, okay? Next move, kickbacks, triceps. We're gonna bend over some more, oh my goodness. So again, if your back's bothering you, find a bench or chair, support yourself on one hand, and do the kickbacks with one arm. And then the second set, do the other arm. And then the third set, split the difference, okay? Squeeze, kick back, long spine, chest to the floor. Bend in your knees. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. All right, so I'm gonna stick with those. And for my side lunge slam, I'm going no weight, okay? But I encourage you, if you're feeling fine, put a weight in your hand, set, go. So you would just go switch in the middle. Push your heel on the ground. And if, like me, you want to do it without a weight, that's fine. Just push your heel, squeeze your butt. Push your heel, squeeze. Your hamstrings, your butt, and your back are all connected, so sometimes that does happen. If one's cramping, kind of pulls on the other. All right, tricep kickbacks. Ready, set. Switch sides if you're doing a one arm. Squeeze the back of your arms. Long neck. Whatever you used for your biceps, you should be able to use for your triceps. That's the goal, okay? Or your one increment lighter. I actually can go heavier in my triceps usually than my biceps. I know some of you are like that too. 5, 4, 3, 2, take your 10 seconds. One more set of these and then we're coming to the floor. We are moving quickly. If you need to pause at any point, please do. Just come back. All right, one weight, switch in the middle, or no weight, squeeze your butt. Squeeze your butt. Push your heel on the ground. I'll try it. I think my weight was just too heavy. Just needed some time to relax. 5 more seconds, and we switch to kickbacks. Go ahead and grab your weights, triceps, kick them back. I'll tell you when to switch if you're doing one arm at a time. Halfway point, switch if you're doing one arm. Squeeze, don't just swing them, squeeze, 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 and time. Coming on down to the ground, pick up a heavier weight for chest fly. Chest press. We're gonna rotate this chest press. I'm gonna bring my timer down with me too. I'm gonna give you a little break to switch to the ground. And I need water. Probably swipe some sweat. You're doing great. Here we go. Rotating chest press means we're going to stay open, rotate in. Okay? And we're going to do a bridge with the clam. Try to bring that sweat towel down. And then we'll do core, and then we're done. Okay? So we have a little bit of more floor work to go. I'm going to turn myself this way so you can see the rotating chest press and try to get my mess out of my way. I'm going to use 20s for this. Think about this. You do push-ups and you push your own body weight. You should be able to do something pretty heavy with your chest. Sometimes we sell ourselves short and we think we can't. Yes, you can. Okay? So, 30 seconds of rotating chest press. Let me show you the example first, and then we'll go bent knees, tuck your tailbone under so your lower back's on the floor. You're going to hover your elbows over the floor, push up, turn in. So now your weights are parallel. Now come back out. Push up, turn in. I do not want you to push up so fast and so hard that your weights clank. Have more control, okay? Push up, turn in, push up, turn in. Okay, then we're going bridge, clam, close, lower. And I think I'm gonna have you guys walk your feet close together for this. So you go lift, clam, okay? That was your break. Ready, set, chest press, go. Rotate it on in, rotation. Open, turn. It's like turning a key. Both of them turn towards each other, palms in. Open, like a box, palms in. Open, parallel. If you feel an extra little squeeze in your pectoral muscles, in your chest muscles, a little bit extra there. Put the weights down. Feet come together. Bridge up, open, close, lower. Bridge up, open, close, lower. Up, clam, butterfly, whatever you want to call it. Squeeze your booty the whole time. Okay? Working all angles of the cheeks. Right here. You should be feeling it by now. Hips to the ceiling, hold it, open, close. Feet are together, please. Put your butts down and rest for 10 seconds. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're gonna have a lot more bridges to come, just so you know. All right, chest press, rotate in. Press, rotate. Press, rotate. Box it out like 90 degrees. Hover your elbows. You can always do this on a bench if you have a bench. Then you really get a little extra hover. Just when you get up on a bench, make sure there's enough room for you to do your bridges. All right, go ahead and lower your weights down. Come into your bridge, feet together. Lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. At this tempo, please. It is a booty tap, then lift again, okay? Squeeze your cheeks. Put some tension in your buttons. Seconds rest right here, breathe. Let everything settle. You can open up your stance with your feet just a little bit and let yourself get ready for the last rotating chest press. Box out your elbows and rotate in. Open, rotate in. Think about if I was there and I'm pulling your weights up to the ceiling. I want you to get a little extra stretch there. When you do that, you're like, oh, there's that extra squeeze on my muscles, okay? That's what I want you to think about. Squeeze, press away. That's the kind of thing I'm talking about when I say do push-ups and hollow yourself out in your chest. All right, last set of this kind of bridge, feet together. Lift, open, close, lower. Lift, open, close, lower. All right, last day of the month. And what was our word today? I'm looking at authentic. We are authentically working to our best of our ability. And guess what? We've got bridges and crunches coming up. I'll show you what that looks like now, okay? You do not need any weights. Put your feet hip width apart. First minute is going to be a bridge, crunch, crunch. Let's do it. Go. Bridge, double crunch. One bridge, two crunches. Okay? Lift your butt, crunch, crunch. The next time you hear a beep, that's going to be your halfway mark. One bridge, two crunches, one booty, two core, two abs. It's all your core, but two abs. Booty, abs. Abs, keep going. Hips to the ceiling, chin to the ceiling twice. I want you to get your head, neck, and shoulders off the ground on your crunch. The goal is to get your rib cage off of the floor. You're lifting so high to the ceiling. Bridge, crunch, crunch. 12 more seconds. I'm going to tell you what's after this. We only have 1 more minute of work to go, and then lift class is done. So I want you to stay with us. Don't give up. Finish your crunches in time. Next up, very similar. One leg drop, crunch, crunch. Let's go. If you need to put your hands under your hips on the leg drop, put your hands under your hips. Otherwise, out to a V, crunch, crunch. Oh my goodness, my crunch, crunch is getting harder. Support your neck. On your crunch, crunch, leg lower, lift, crunch, crunch. If the leg lower lift is too much, it's a bent knee, heel tap. Come in, crunch, crunch, okay? I'm gonna give you that option. Keep going, that was our halfway mark. 30 seconds left, you're almost there. It's 30 seconds left in the workout. You're really working your core now. Let's keep it going. I know it's challenging, that's why we do it. So again, if you feel your lower back coming off the floor and there are leg drops, put your hands underneath your hips real quick and take them out when you do the crunch, okay? 6 seconds, can you give me 1 more leg drop and 2 more crunches? Crunch, crunch, curl in a ball. You made it, good job. What do you think about that for core work? 2 minutes, you guys, we can do anything for 2 minutes and put that timer off. All right, crawl into a ball here. Breathe. Let's go ahead and take our feet wide and drop our knees. Make sure no weights are in the way. Side to side, we're gonna hip swivel on our backs here. So our goal is to try to draw our knee towards the floor. Mine does not actually reach when I'm in this position, but I'm going to keep pulling my knee down, and it stretches out my inner thigh, my outer thigh, and opens up my hips. And I want you to do the same thing, okay? So swivel, swivel, one more time here. All right, let's come up to our sides. Side lie. Find your balance, and then pull a heel towards your butt. Let's get a quad. I can find my balance there. There we go. So push your hips forward, tuck your tailbone under, and then pull your heel towards your butt. Come to your back, same leg. Extend it. Point, flex, point, flex, point, hold your flex. Oh, it's a little bit harder, isn't it? Take that same leg, figure 4, thread through. Open up your glute, hip. Good job today. It was fast work. It was a lot of repetitions. And then let's switch to do figure 4, other leg. Open up your hip, push your elbow into your thigh, open up your knee to the back wall. And then take that leg, stretch to the ceiling, point, flex, point, hold your flex. Whew. Tight, tight behind the leg. That's okay, tomorrow's my class, so we'll stretch it out. You're gonna show up tomorrow and you're gonna do it with me. It's called yoga-ish, that's the theme, so it'll be fantastic, I just know it. Turn to your other side, and let's get our quad on the other side. Side lie, get your balance first, then pull your heel to your butt. Tilt your hips forward, tuck your tailbone under, while keeping your knees parallel. Heel to your butt, extra stretch through the quad and the hip flexor. And then roll yourself to all fours. Push yourselves up. 2 cat-cows, round. Release, we did a lot. Bent over and our deadlift, so let's go ahead and stretch it on out. Curl your toes under, down dog. Walk forward, wide straddle. Stay in your straddle. Try to keep your fold, okay? Now bend your knees just a little bit and walk your hands back like you're walking through your legs, okay? Big stretch back behind you. So a little bend, you don't want to lock out your knees on this one. Just reach, reach, reach. Keep your chin above your heart. Hands are coming behind you now. They're like behind your butt. Walk yourself forward, drop your chin, roll up. Inhale. Exhale, let's do a little bit of upper body stretches. Take your arm across, lower your shoulder on down. I'm going to come closer to you. Walk through my tunnel of weights. I have lots to clean up now. I think I used all of my weights. And then switch sides. I hope you have a mess also to clean up. Let's do our triceps, way to go. Take a side bend. Nice job showing up today. Like I said, tomorrow we'll stretch it even more. Switch sides. And then we'll hit it on Thursday. So fusion on Saturday, reach to the ceiling. Big inhale and exhale. You guys have a great day. Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.